Good day, back again. It's been a while. I've been busy doing a dozen other things, just haven't got a chance to do any videos. So I playing around. I got my side by side here and been wanting to put a windshield and a roof on it now for a while and thinking about how I was going to do it. I'm going to make it all, of course. Been looking on the internet, sizing up different ideas, and I've come up with an idea that'll actually take me back to what I'm good at, and that's old style metal. So I'm going to make a steel roof and a steel windshield frame for it. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to build a roof for this by using the roof off another car. I've always been one for holding on to shapes and hanging on to sheet metal. So I'm going to show you now what I've got that I'm going to build a roof from. Alright, as you can see, there's no roof on this machine, so I have to design something and build something that will mount on the roof of this here. And this is what I come up with. Down here I have the roof skin off a 70s Dodge. 72, 73, I think it was a cuda. It was repairs I done on the vehicle. I have the roof skin on it, but I like the shape of it, so I kept the roof skin. So I liked it because I landed for simple fact that if you look across it, it's a crown panel. So I'm going to draw something out on this now and bend it up and to make it fit up on top of that. So let's see where we can go from there. Okay, with a bit of figuring, I got something drawn out here. I'm going to explain what I got done here now. What I started off doing first is putting this center line down through the center of the skin, and then mark the lengths from here to there, which is the overall length of the roof. And this point here is where the roll cage is on the back and where the bend will be on the front. I got a little bit extra left here and a lot on the back, so I can have work with it. Now here on the sides, I'm going to have a bent down lip. Right here, this is going to be bent down. This is going to be almost like a drip rail, going to be honest. Then I'm going to bend, this is going to fold over into this one here. It'll give it a bit of strength to it and cut it off here. I haven't figured out the design for back here yet, but I got lots of room back here to make something with. And up here as well, this is probably going to end up being changed up here and along the front here, because I want it to flow along with the front of the plastic piece is going to lay right on top of the existing section right here. I'm going to shape it so it follows this here section here, see? And it'll come over across this here. I might bend the lip down, I might put a lip edge on it, roll it over. I'm not quite sure yet, haven't got to it. But my next thing now is I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut all this out and get it ready. Well, you can see roughly where it's going. It's going to have a nice strong center. Biggest problem with using flat steel is that all this tends to wobble and whatnot. So starting it off with a crown panel, it looks a lot better. Okay, time to go cutting. So here it is, all trimmed out. Quick test fit. As you can look up across it, there's a little slight crown to it. Give it strength. Same with this way here. Slight crown, right? And I got to cut on an angle back here. You can see where it's going to. I'm going to bend this down and then put a lip along here for a drip rail. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking about just bending it down, putting a small lip here somewhere in it. A lot of them I see are bent up, but I don't know. I think there's something I'm going to beat off on a tree, so the less damage I can do to it. Because I do tend to go in the woods with this, so I think a nice fancy wing on the back, I'll only beat it off it. So I'm going to set this up now on the brake. I'm going to bend these sides. First thing I got to do is I got to roll over this first lip. This is going to roll over so there's no sharp edge. That'll roll into this one here, and then that'll bend up so it'll be a nice smooth edge along here. And then this one in here will bend down. That will give more strength. This here will be a straight edge then, and she'll start to crown out from that, right? Alright, let's go bend up some roof skin. Figured I'd quickly show you this drip rail that I'm talking about. What I got done here so far is after bending up this section here, right? After bending it up on a 19 and bending it over on the brake as far as I can. And I got this yardstick now putting behind it. I'm going to hammer this down flat and it'll look like this when it's done. Now what I'm going to do then, I'm going to come in here and fold up another lip that'll fold up. and this will be inside the lip, inside the thing, and that'll be a drip rail. So this outer edge right here will be a nice smooth edge, that so you won't rip your clothes or nothing on it, or rub your hand across it and cut yourself, because it's a rolled steel edge, right? And it goes right up along the full length of it. It's probably best to show you when I'm finished, but you can see what I'm going to do here now. I'm just going to take the hammer now and flatten this over to this here. It gives a nice straight edge. If you just leaves it flat on the steel and starts pounding it over, you're going to damage this section here. And I'm trying to keep this here half sensible, because when you hit this here, you're going to damage it. But that's going to be inside, so you're not going to see it. I just want to damage the underside where this is too. All right, let's go finish that up. All right, so I got them bent up. Here's what I got done. You can see the way I got the lip rolled up now. So now this edge here is nice and smooth, see? The lip is rolled inside there, and then any rain or anything that comes up here, it won't be dripping down here onto your arm or whatnot. So I got to figure out now what way I'm going to do this. Run this across here. Out the back, I think I'm going to bend it down here 4 inches and put a lip, small lip upwards, and roll over much the same as this on the back side here, but keep it flat. I don't want nothing to build up, because I figure it's your in driver right here, so it'd be nice to have a bit of length to it. I was going to, some of them you get kicked up. I figure I'll beat that off that, going through the woods or whatnot, so it's best to keep it low. I figured I'm going to end up hooking this corner, so I'm going to have to round this out a bit. And I'm going to go back flush to the plastic that's here now, so that can take a bit of a pounding. Right. I might just have it so that just barely sticks out there. I'm going to do it all in like a rough finish anyway, so I don't want it smooth or nothing. I'm not looking to do too much body work on this, but you can see the nice little crown on it when you're looking back at it. Figure out a way to mount it to be the next thing. Yeah. Don't look half bad there, and you look at it from the front. Got a little crown on it, nothing drastic. It's a bit of strength to it. So now you don't have none of this going on in the middle, see? This is nice and strong, look. Nice and strong there in the middle. Okay, time to make some more bends. Well, here's what I done for the back side. Just a little lip there. Just bent it down. I wanted it a bit lower, but I wanted to roll an edge on it. A little bit of strength to it, so it's pretty solid. As you can see, the center is nice and strong as it comes forward. This is what I got done to the front. I rolled the lip underneath there. You can see it there. When I rolled it to follow the contour of the front of it, so it looked presentable across the front. A little drip rail there. So now when you stand back and look at it, a slight little crown on it. Going that way. A little crown on it that way. Going that way. Give it lots of strength. Now I'm going to figure out a way to mount it. I'm thinking about using these bolts here and spot welding a bracket on here, the bolt on here, and figure out something up here where I can probably reuse the factory bolt hole here and come straight down through the top here in the middle. I figured I got a 4 across the front, and then the mounting on the back should be fine. I'm going to go think about that and size things up, and let's see what I comes up with. Okay, I got everything figured out and mounted. This is the way I got this mounted now. I used the original holes here, and I drilled these 2 here. These are going to be nuts and bolts on it as well. Just going to go right down to the top of the roof. And back here, I used the original brackets on the back of it here, and I found these are lower shock mount clips for a GM. For say 81 Camaro, that type of thing. I had a set there in a bag, so I said, will they fit in there? They fit in there right nice. And then the bolts just goes right down to the roof. And so there is 8 mounting points for the roof. Now, this is how I got it mounted. As you can see, the holes are here. I got them along the front here. I got the panel all cleaned up as well. And I got 2 there, and I got 2 over there. As you can see, these are going to be pulled tight. So what I got made up is this. I dimple dyed them because I knew when that starts pulling down, the whole thing is going to want to cave in where it's only sheet metal. So I done this little dimple die thing that I made up myself, and all I used was a socket piece of pipe, a couple of washers, and fed it down through the hole and just tightened it up. Made myself a little dimple die. I find anytime you can put a structural bend or a shape in metal, it gives it strength. Now there's lots of strength here now and around this here, so when I start tightening this up and pulling this down, it's not going to want to cave the whole panel in on me, right? So I'm going to go in now and I'm going to bolt this on and show you how it fits. Alright, so I got it bolted on here now. And you can see these are the type of bolts I'm going to get, something like this. That's the original one that was there. And you can see that how nice it fits. But I just got regular bolts, putting them two front ones there and the other original one over here. And in the back I got these other bolts. I'm going to try to find some sort of Allen key type thing and put a washer with it, just to give it strength. But you can see it's all solid. It's on there. I'm quite pleased with how it came out. All right. Looks pretty good. All I'm going to do with that now is put a rock guard type of finish on it, because there's no good in me being fancy with it and painting it up, because it's only going to get scratched to hell. So I'll do that. I'll do the inside. In here, where there's a gap to on the roll bar, I'm going to put foam along where the roof touches the roll bar, just to soften it up so I don't get so much of a tinny noise out of it. Right, and I'd say the rock guard will also fix that. Right. But I'm pleased how it came out. It's a nice little project. I'll show you when the finished product, when it's all painted with the new bolts and everything on it. It might take me a few days, but that's it for that one. And there you have it, all painted up, all stainless bolts in it, all mounted down. I got the foam mounted underneath the bottom side of it. Can't really see it there. Well, it's all set up there now. So there's no metal on metal there. All along the back there. You can probably see a bit of foam along there. I'll put foam right where it meets on the roll cage. But no, I'm pleased with it. All I got done with it is just a gravel guard texture on it. So it's easy to maintain, and if it eats it up, well, that's it. Give it another dart of gravel guard and go with her again. Alright, that's another project completed. I'm pleased with how it came out. Looks pretty good there too. Done with the old gravel guard. I hope you enjoyed this one. And the next one now I'll be getting after. Now I'll be putting this windshield in it. Got to run out and I got to pick up some parts. Take it on to U-Pick and see if I can find a wiper motor and some seals for the base of the windshield. So that will be the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this one here, and until next time.